Not every game ages like fine wine, but some, they still hit just as hard as the day they dropped. Whether it's the unforgettable stories, ridiculously good gameplay, or just pure nostalgia, some single-player games are worth revisiting. Here are 14 legendary single-player games you absolutely need to revisit this year. You don't often get to bring a city back to life through color, but the Saboteur pulls it off beautifully. Released in 2009, this open-world action game throws you into Nazi-occupied Paris, where everything starts in black and white, literally. As you liberate sections of the city, color floods back in, making it one of the most striking visual mechanics in gaming history. This underrated gem puts you into the shoes of Sean Devlin, an Irish race car driver-turned-resistance fighter with a grudge and a knack for destruction. Between climbing the Eiffel Tower to snipe enemies and sneaking through back alleys to sabotage Nazi operations, the game delivers a perfect mix of stealth, gunplay, and old-school espionage. The driving mechanics feel a little clunky by today's standards, but the sheer style of the Saboteur makes up for it. The dynamic use of color alone keeps it visually distinct 15 years later. How many games let you suplex angels while rocking a skin-tight outfit made of your own hair? Well, Bayonetta makes that its entire personality. Released in 2009, this over-the-top action game from Platinum Games took everything we loved about Devil May Cry and cranked it up to 11. The result? One of the most stylish and satisfying combat systems ever put into a video game. Bayonetta herself is the definition of cool. An unbothered, gun-wielding witch who dodges bullets in slow motion and finishes enemies off with massive demonic summons. Combat is fast, fluid, and endlessly satisfying, rewarding precision with jaw-dropping combos and cinematic finishers. And Witch Time, which slows enemies down when you dodge at the last second, still one of the best mechanics in action gaming. Most crime games have you playing the bad guy, but L.A. Noire flips the script. You're the one asking the questions. Released in 2011, L.A. Noire isn't your typical Rockstar game. It's a slow-burn detective thriller set in the gritty streets of 1940s Los Angeles. As Cole Phelps, you'll be solving cases ranging from petty theft to gruesome murders. But what really made headlines at the time was its revolutionary facial animation technology. Interrogating suspects becomes a psychological game of cat and mouse as you scrutinize every twitch, eyebrow raise, or guilty glance. Even today, those details feel incredibly immersive. The game nails the noir aesthetic, with shadowy alleyways, jazzy music, and moral ambiguity dripping from every scene. This one is all about feeling like a detective in a classic noir film. Before Arkham Asylum, superhero games had a reputation for being, well, bad. Then Rocksteady showed up in 2009 and changed everything. This wasn't just a great Batman game, it was the Batman experience fans had been waiting for. Trapped inside Gotham's most infamous madhouse, you take on the Joker, who's turned the Asylum into his personal playground. The setting is perfect, dark, eerie, and packed with nods to Batman's rogues gallery. And then there's the combat. The free-flowing system was a game changer, making every fight feel smooth, brutal, and cinematic. You're not just mashing buttons, you're fighting like Batman, using counters, gadgets, and fear to dismantle enemies. After all these years, Arkham Asylum remains one of the most polished superhero games ever made. It set the blueprint for every Batman game that followed. And honestly, few have done it better. Open-world crime games usually stick to the same formula. Big city, fast cars, lots of chaos. But Sleeping Dogs did something different. Instead of another American crime drama, it dropped you into the neon-lit streets of Hong Kong and let you star in your own undercover cop thriller. Where this game really shines is the fighting. Instead of gunfights every 5 minutes, Sleeping Dogs delivers some of the best hand-to-hand combat in open-world gaming. Every punch, kick, and counter feels impactful, like an old-school kung fu movie. Even today, this underrated masterpiece holds up incredibly well. The world feels alive, the combat is still satisfying, and the story, one of the best in the genre. If you never played it, now's the time. You don't play Bioshock, you experience it. From the moment you descend into the ruined underwater city of Rapture, the game pulls you in with its eerie beauty and unsettling atmosphere. Even years later, Rapture remains one of the most beautifully crafted settings in gaming history. Built as a utopia free from government control, Rapture instead became a nightmare fueled by genetic modification, power struggles, and an uncomfortable amount of Art Deco flair. Every hallway tells a story, whether it's through scattered audio logs, creepy propaganda posters, or the deranged splicers lurking in the shadows. Sure, you've got guns, but why settle for bullets when you can electrocute enemies in water, set them on fire, or sick a swarm of bees on them? Combat feels just as creative and chaotic now as it did back then. The real magic of Bioshock, though, is its narrative. Without spoiling too much, its twist is so iconic, it practically redefined storytelling in games. Some Assassin's Creed games take themselves too seriously. Black Flag just lets you be a pirate. Even after a decade, no game quite captures the thrill of hoisting the black flag, sailing the Caribbean, and getting into ship battles like a true swashbuckler. You play as Edward Kenway, a rogue-turned-assassin who'd rather be making money than following a centuries-old secret war. And honestly, he's kind of right. Unlike other Assassin's Creed protagonists, Edward doesn't start out with noble intentions. He just wants gold, rum, and a good fight. But the real star of Black Flag is the open world. The Caribbean is absolutely stunning, packed with lush islands, hidden treasure, and dynamic weather that turns sunny voyages into chaotic storms. The naval combat is pretty epic and highly addictive, letting you board enemy ships, steal loot, and upgrade your fleet. This isn't just a great Assassin's Creed game, it's one of the best pirate games ever made. Before BioWare went full cinematic RPG, Dragon Age Origins was the gold standard for deep storytelling and brutal tactical combat. Released in 2009, it's still one of the best fantasy RPGs ever made, partly because it doesn't hold your hand. Choices matter. People remember your decisions, and sometimes the best option is still a bad one. The world of Thedas is grim, war-torn, and filled with political backstabbing, ancient evils, and plenty of morally questionable decisions. The combat is slower, more strategic, and unforgiving, but that's what makes every victory satisfying. With Dragon Age the Veilguard in our hands now, there's no better time to experience, or re-experience, where it all started. Far Cry 3 didn't just define the series, it set the blueprint for open-world chaos. Released in 2012, it introduced us to Vas Montenegro, one of gaming's greatest villains, and a tropical island filled with danger, explosions, and questionable life choices. Jason Brody starts as a spoiled rich kid, but after being stranded on an island full of pirates and lunatics, survival turns him into something much darker. The world is packed with enemy outposts, hunting, and over-the-top action that still feels great today. But Far Cry 3 isn't just about big guns and bigger explosions. It plays with morality, insanity, and the idea of losing yourself in violence. The storytelling holds up, the gameplay is just as addictive, and the island, still one of the most visually stunning open-world settings in the series. After over a decade, Red Dead Redemption has finally made its way to PC. And honestly, it's about time. Rockstar's 2010 open-world western was already a masterpiece, but now a whole new wave of players can experience the tragic outlaw tale of John Marston without dusting off an old console. This is a game that thrives on atmosphere, wide-open plains, sun-drenched deserts, and towns clinging to the last remnants of law and order. Every saloon brawl, every high-stakes duel, and every ride into the sunset still holds up beautifully. With Red Dead Redemption 2 providing the perfect backstory, revisiting this game now feels even more powerful. The world may not be as detailed as its sequel, but the storytelling, still some of Rockstar's best. And now that it's on PC, there's no excuse not to finally see where Marston's journey ends. No RPG gives you as much freedom as Fallout New Vegas. You wake up in the Mojave Wasteland, left for dead after a bullet to the head, and from there, it's up to you. Side with the NCR, aid the Legion, or betray everyone for your own gain. Every decision shapes the world, leading to some of the best branching storytelling in gaming. The factions, the moral dilemmas, the incredible writing. It's no wonder fans still mod the hell out of this game to keep it alive. And with Fallout getting a fresh spotlight thanks to Amazon's upcoming show, there's no better time to revisit New Vegas. The Wasteland is calling. Just watch out for Deathclaws. If you love Metroidvania games, you owe Castlevania Symphony of the Night a thank you. Released in 1997, it didn't just refine the genre, it set the blueprint. Even today, it plays as smoothly as ever, proving great design never ages. You play as Alucard, Dracula's son, exploring a massive interconnected castle teeming with monsters, hidden rooms, and some of the most rewarding combat ever. The pixel art is stunning, the soundtrack is unforgettable, and the world design remains a masterclass in non-linear exploration. What makes Symphony of the Night special is how it encourages curiosity. There's no checklist, no hand-holding, just you, the castle, and endless secrets waiting to be found. Every ability unlocks new areas, making every discovery feel earned. Whether you're playing for the first time or revisiting for the 100th, this is one game that never loses its magic. It's been almost a decade, and we're still begging for a Bloodborne remaster. But even without one, Bloodborne remains a masterpiece that hasn't aged a day. Released in 2015, it took Dark Souls combat and cranked up the speed, throwing you into the nightmarish city of Yharnam. Fast, aggressive, and absolutely merciless, Bloodborne punishes hesitation and rewards mastery. The gothic horror aesthetic is breathtaking, with twisted architecture, grotesque monsters, and a constant feeling that something is watching you. The story is cryptic, the atmosphere is oppressive, and the combat is some of the most satisfying in gaming. If you've never played it, now's the time. And if you have, well, maybe we'll finally get a Bloodborne remaster by the time you finish another run. But probably not. With GTA 6 on the horizon, there's no better time to revisit GTA 4. Released in 2008, it took a more grounded, serious approach compared to its over-the-top successors, and it still holds up today. The world feels gritty, lived in, and packed with detail, even by today's standards. The physics system makes every car crash, foot chase, and shootout feel weighty and realistic, something missing from later entries. And while GTA 5 gets all the attention, GTA 4 deserves respect for its narrative depth and unique atmosphere. Whether you loved or hated the driving physics, there's no denying Liberty City still feels alive. If you've been swept up in the GTA 6 hype, take a trip back to where Rockstar really started refining its open-world formula.